Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I am joined by Ben from NolanTCG.
Hello.
And Lachlan from Cowboy4Game.
That's me. I'm being held against my will. I don't want to do this.
He intentionally waited 2.5 hours after locals to do this podcast.
We did 2 Pokemon raids and fucked around for ages and he didn't leave.
There's a gun under the table.
There's always a gun on the table. This is demonetized already. We said gun in the first minute of the video.
3 times, in fact.
Too.
Yes.
Anyway, moving right along. How was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's start with Lachlan.
Hello.
With your incredibly long week.
Yeah, I played this week for the first
did?
time in a year.
Yep, and you played absolutely the most contemporary deck that you could find.
I really switched it up. I played Dynamist. We played Tag Duels. Jake and I were a team. And according to Challenge, the thing we were running it off, we came second.
According to all logic, I came second. Or Team Beyblade.
And
Team
according
Beyblade?
to not Challenge, Ben came second.
According to all laws of resistance.
That's fine. It's still the same placing. It's still the same pricing. It's fine.
The pricing wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't.
The pricing was quite poor.
A little bit. But that's okay.
Chris was like, since it's a casual tournament, we'll do casual pricing. But first place gets double. I'm like, okay, sure, okay.
So yeah, how you, or not that this was a real format anyway, but you experienced some decks that you probably haven't versed before?
No. I think every deck I came up against I had previously versed.
What, new trap tricks?
Oh, I guess not new trap tricks, but like I've versed every deck there before. Like not every variant of every deck, I guess. But what did we verse? We versed.
Did you verse Mathmech before?
Yeah.
When?
Josh had played it before I left.
Sorry,
No, you're fine.
the owner of the store is messaging me.
As he does.
He wants to do a Pokemon raid.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Are you inspired to get back into...
No.
No? Okay.
Not really. It's I don't know, I might play a bit more here and there, but it's just such a time sink.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I've got Grand Champ to hit in Rocket League, so I've got to focus on that.
The important things.
I mean, it's as important as anything. Rocket League has prize cash prizes.
Prize cash.
And he gets no closer to that than he does to prizing here.
Ben, how was your week?
My week was fine. I played Pearly again on Tuesday. I'm enjoying that deck more than I thought I would originally. I like playing a deck where I can think and there's like back and forth and so on. But
Is there a lot of back and forth when you put up a 8 material unaffected monster and a Zeus?
it's only unaffected until it uses 4 of its material, though, Jake.
Yes, but if your opponent can't get at your monster, you don't have any need to detach.
That's okay. I lose to Kaiju. Like most deck, you lose to Kaiju. Exactly.
fair.
Exactly. So yeah, I've been playing that. That went fine. X1 Monday on Tuesday. Then today, me and Hayden teamed up. I played Cyburst. Literally built it 2 hours before the tournament and was just like, what if I played a deck where I could play 15 to 18 hand traps and then just hopefully play a bunch of 1-card engines? And that went fine. Like, I'd be interested to see how that deck would go in a real tournament because it's just what Josh plays.
Yeah, you are effectively just playing
Yeah.
Josh's deck at
You
that
gotta
point.
consider
out.
that.
No, he was playing all this other random ass shit that then once he got to like his end board, he's like, and then I have a fusion from Grave. And I was just like,
I mean, the Fusion Engrave is just an omni-negative spell and trap, so like it.
I pretty much played that deck in the way that like, you know how when I was playing the Synchro deck where I was like, what if I can just play every Synchro that Jack Atlas made in the anime? I was like, what if I made every Link Playmaker made in the anime? I played Decode Talker. And I made it.
Oh, Jesus.
I attacked with it for game.
Jesus.
Okay.
Something else.
It was great. Yeah, so that was that. Hayden played Super Heavy Samurai,
Earth.
Spot.
Deskbot, Earth, Spam.
The
The theory was he goes first out of the two of us. He eats as many hand traps as possible, and then I clean up what's left.
Okay.
And it worked. It worked pretty well, especially when he didn't get hand trapped and then ended on that beast, and was just like, now you guys are getting skipped. And then I cleaned up what was set on the board. I was just like, this is good. This is good. And that was my week in Yu-Gi-Oh. How was yours, Jake?
It was good. What did I play Tuesday? Tuesday was the last time that I planned to play the Dogmatica deck for a little while. Purely because one particular person at Locals fucking hates it.
It's Kurt.
I feel like I played decks longer for sometimes. Like, I would play them, like, inoptimally to extend someone's suffering. Like, when I was doing Infernoble Hand Rip, despite the fact it could do VFD and it was better.
Just because Jake was like, fuck
Because
you.
About 3 different people were like, I hate you and I hope you die. And, like, I was like, I'm playing this deck for as long as Konami lets me. Like, I'm going to rip your cards every single game.
And here we are. Now they're getting more support.
Yeah. Yeah, I might play... You know what? I might come
Is
back
the
to
hand
that.
rip still a thing?
Nah, smoke grenade's
I was
gone.
going to say. Like,
It's
the
now
best you
just-
can
There's
do is
another
like...
hand rip, but it's not as good.
It's
Like,
now
you
just
can
the-
loop.
It's not Golems, is it?
Nah.
No. I think you can do one Golem's hand rip.
Now you
Like,
just do
you
the
can't
whole
loop it.
fucking shit.
I think you can still,
The shit.
like, do 3 Omegas.
You can make Power Tool Racist Dragon in that combo now.
You can.
Oh, I wonder how that deck... How would Infernoble go with the Revolution Synchron going into Powerful Dragon for free and then going into Racist Dragon?
Racist Dragons are 9.
It's a 9? Damn.
So you said it's Power Tool Racist Dragon?
Yeah, it's Power Tool Brave
Is it
Dragon.
White Power Tool?
No, it's-
Racist Dragon?
Man doesn't watch the podcast.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
I don't watch any podcasts. I watch podcasts about things I'm interested in.
Listen, doesn't do anything. Bum 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 bum.
Put that deck away for a little while. But today I've cracked out the new deck, nearly. I'm missing several key cards for it to work in its most optimal form. But being that it was tag, it was fine for today. I am playing Ice Jades. Since they released the Synchro, I thought there was like a cool concept. Like, it's not a super oppressive deck, but it just can do some things.
Did they
very
get an Albaz Fusion?
No.
Okay.
Their Albaz Fusion is Mirror Jade, strictly speaking.
That's
Ah.
very consistent.
So the good one.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, their Synchro is quite good, and a lot of their cards just recycle. The one annoying thing is, like, in typical, like, unlike typical field spells fashion, where it's like, oh, activate this and search your card, because they already have a non-once per turn search card, it's upon activation, recycle a card from Grave or Banished.
Okay.
Not bad.
Sure.
And then it can do some other stuff. So yeah, today in the tag, we lost every die roll, but
Yes,
we got to
every
go
single
first
one.
once because the other players wanted to go
And
second.
I wish we hadn't.
I considered going second in this tournament as well. Like, the one time me and Hayden won the die roll, we were like, we're going first. And I was like, well, do we want to go first?
We just told them, oh, you're going first. And they were like, do we have to? And I was like,
I mean,
I
you
have
don't
to, but I
have
kind of
to.
want you to.
What was...
We won anyway.
Yeah. I set up the synchro every game, which is good. Like, that's
Yeah, it was
kind of what you aim.
that synchro very consistent.
Very
Like, it seemed no matter what he opened, he got the synchro out. It just didn't do enough sometimes.
Yeah, it does rely a lot on other stuff happening around it. It doesn't do a lot on its own. But like I said, it's like an inoptimal build at the moment. I've kind of just slapped it together with the cards that I had available.
Okay.
And people that I asked told me that they had stuff, and then they didn't have stuff. And
I had him the stuff.
you did have the stuff.
I didn't have any stuff,
No.
but he didn't really need my stuff.
Yeah, the stuff you had, I already had.
Yeah.
The stuff you
It's
had
just
was the
higher
Mystic
rarity.
Mines you never took out of your deck.
Oh yeah, so I showed up today and I was like, oh, guys, is this legal? And they pulled out 3 Mystic Mines. They were like, this isn't legal. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It has been a hot minute since you played that deck. But yeah, hopefully once I get the cards that I need for that deck, I shall bring you all a profile, and it will be very fun for everyone to watch. So, moving on to some news. We start with...
I can bang the table now. The mics are up here.
Yes.
You could do that.
You can now bang the table.
I've wanted to do it for so long.
Jesus Christ. So, we start our news with Master Duel. So, as of July 13th, they've brought in an update. So, they've re-released a secret pack.
This is such a shit set.
It's like a repackage of the Labyrinth stuff with the new stuff in it. So, the new mummy card, the new trap.
What? Hold up.
Mummy.
It's just a bunch of repacks.
Yeah. Then they released... There was another main pack as well, but it doesn't seem to be noted here.
No, that was the main pack.
No, this is the secret pack. See?
Oh, the main pack was the new Labyrinth cards.
I'm sure the new Labyrinth was in here as well. Oh, no, it's not. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Then I'm confused.
Is that a terraforming
Yeah, I
reprint?
needed-
We need
Oh,
those.
no. So the new main pack has the Labyrinth cards in it, and then they updated that side pack that you get.
If that's what they've actually done, that's actually so redundant.
It's what they did.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Because the new main pack just had the new Labyrinth stuff, the new rank 9 deck stuff, you know,
That's fucking terrible.
not Virtual World, the bad one.
Generators?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah,
Look at
true.
me
Did
go.
did they get new
Oh,
stuff
no,
in?
it's just-
They got new stuff in there, yeah. It's a bunch of new cards for old decks,
Yeah.
and I hate it.
So, yeah, the next set will probably have the big swing, which will likely be Kashtira or Fire Engines. We'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the thing, though. Like, we still haven't gotten Pearly,
Oh, Pearly's
Fire
ages away.
Engines. They're in the same set. So,
And they're far away.
in the order of Yu-Gi-Oh! Releases, it went Pearly, Fire Engines, Makanko, Kashtira.
Makanko is such a funny name. Makanko.
When I didn't read it probably when they first came out, and I just assumed it was Meccano. And I was like, that's
No,
weird. They don't
there
look
is
like
a second
machines.
K.
There
Special
is.
K.
They've also released some accessories, so we get the base from the Thunder Link that they released ages ago. That was basically just
Summoner.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that card.
So yeah,
It's
they've-
really horrible for me to say because I have a lisp.
That's why you never played Thunder Dragons.
Yeah, Thunder Dragons. I thumb.
I both of thumb.
The Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh! podcast
Yeah.
wishes to apologise for anyone with a drastic list that
I-
cannot play
He
something
has a
fun.
drastic list.
I don't have a drasp. All right, we're moving on.
We also get one of the new Trap Tricks as a sleeve and the new Dark Water sleeves. That's also in the new selection pack.
Fucking Dark World. They banned the fucking hand rip card.
Ooh, what's that?
That is the Evil Eye of Selene as like a
Border?
border for your
That's sick.
profile picture.
I want that.
That's quite nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I still
Here
use
it is.
the Magic
Last time I
Cylinders.
played Master Duel, all you had was the hexagon. That's the border.
Oh yeah, it's evolved a lot since then. Yeah, there's a lot more now. So yeah, in the new selection pack, there's generators, there's Trap Tricks, and Dark World. Those are the main three that are getting support. I think Magic Key gets a couple other things. No one cares about Magic Key anyway.
Is Dragon Slayer in Master Duel yet?
Not yet.
No,
No.
that's also still waiting. So that's also got to come.
Is the Penguin support in Master Duel yet?
Yeah.
Finally. Now that
The
Hulk is
Draco
gone.
Slayer's really not in Master Duel yet?
So they don't have
Not
the
the
new
new ones.
Dynamis card.
No.
Delete Master Duel from your phone.
We're still so far off possibly getting
It's
full power
taking a
Kashtira.
while. Yeah.
'Cause, like,
It'll be fully banned before then.
So the update was so good that they decided to do another one the following day, mainly for aesthetic assets. So you know how like Dark Magician Girl, Blue Eyes have like their final attack sort of thing. Like if they're the last ones to do damage, there's a whole animation. Red Eyes now gets one as well.
That's good. It should have been in the first thing. Oh yeah.
It's weird that they didn't do them all the time.
I like how they gave us the shit Red Eyes art. Just want to diverge to this.
Surely
They gave us
Cowboy
the
should
shit
get
Red
one.
Eyes art for
Yeah.
YCS.
Yeah,
Oh, well, that was the one I wasn't at, so it doesn't matter.
that was Melbourne, wasn't it? Did you
Yeah,
not get
this was Mel.
No, I'm the one who booked the whole thing and then didn't go.
Oh, that's right. So they also added a way to sort through your solo mode, so you can work out like which one's the newest, which one's the oldest, which ones you haven't done, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's decent. And then they also did Duel Live. They did a big upgrade with Duel Live. Effectively, you just used to press a button and get taken to any random duel. Now you can choose not only if you want to watch ranked matches or casual, you can actually pick the decks that are playing. So you get like I think it's like a carousel of 5 or 6, and it shows you their 3 main cards. You know how when you're deck building, you can pick your 3 cards to show people, or like cool. Come up as like the deck build thing. It's an option you have anyway.
I can't answer this because
just reject it.
No, put them on the pod.
No, like
put it on speaker.
It'll fuck the microphone.
Yeah, I think the thing will stop recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can actually just like look at what's playing now, so it just gives you a bit more variety. And like if you want to watch a match for whatever reason, like it's a big YouTuber thing to do. They quite often just go and be like, "Hey, let's just watch some casual matches, see what the people are doing with Red Eyes or the Egyptian gods and stuff like that."
Do you remember you go onto like the low-rated duels, where you go onto like Dueling Book and you just look for whatever the lowest rated one was, and you join and be like. Generator fluffles, and then it would be against like just pure Yosenju with like the pendulums, and they would not know how to play the game. They'd be like, I normal summon Exodia. I loved that.
One of the bigger and more interesting updates they brought in is with InPerson.
Yeah, this is
not only was there the visual thing of like, it's hit that column when it first activates, it now has a lingering visual asset to the column that it's affecting.
So stupid.
It's really random. Like
just hand holding.
Yeah. I get the feeling that the people who are creating this game really care about like
casuals
enjoying their time in it, and this will help. You know, I mean, this is.
I wonder if they keep that in tournament level though. Like whether it gets to
it shouldn't be there in ranked at the very
and they
least.
take it out, because I feel like that is something they might take issue with. Like you can't help it in Master Duel anyway. Like the way that the game works, you're going to be given clues as to what your opponent's going to be doing anyway. Like you're going to know if they're going to have some sort of hand trap and stuff like that because of the way that it delays to give them the response. So I guess that sort of plays into that aspect more. But I don't think it was something that was needed. It was probably, like, honestly, it was probably just a bunch of surveys come out and a lot of casuals just got onto the survey and like, I keep activating things in the InPerson column.
If that's what the majority of the surveys said,
that's
the competitive part of the player base has not done their job in concluding those surveys. This is a good update for what they thought they were doing, you know? Yeah. I will say I would probably support it being in, like, casual and then like the bottom 2 ranks in ranked, and then once you pass that it's like, okay, we're in the big boy leagues now, like actually do something, like remember
like once you get above gold probably. I agree with that.
That's a pretty solid idea.
Like,
so make sure you fill out your next survey and make that note.
Actually fill out your surveys, because I guess that's the it's
Guys,
a lot of games
I'm just going to tell Jerome, when we're at Worlds, I'm just going to be like, hey Jerome, this was a bad idea.
Do you reckon he has anything to do with Master Duel though?
None, but it's still better than me just shouting into the ether.
Again, like we were literally just saying, fill out the survey.
Yeah, just fill out
that is the ether.
Say you want more Dynamis support.
I mean, if you want it in Master Duel, it's going to be at least a year and a half away.
Well, no, I want it exclusive to Master Duel. Like
exclusive.
That, what is it, Kiteroid, that only ever came to Duel Links?
Yeah, we still haven't got that.
Yeah. I don't think that card even exists in the OCG.
No, it's just Battle Fader.
Yes, it's Battle Fader, but a bit better. I'm gonna look that up. Has it come out?
I wonder if that just messed with the
I don't
microphone.
think so. What messed with the microphone?
Yeah.
It'll be fine. So, moving on to some more news. We have the first archetype that's been announced in the... I can't remember what the set's name is, but one of the new side sets. Does it say what it's actually called? It does not, because it's all in Japanese. Fantastic. Anyway, so the first archetype that we know of is called the Mementos. I had some concepts as to what they'd be. I was very much wrong. So all bar one of them are like basically Halloween-type versions of vanilla monsters that used to exist. So you've got like Trihorn Dragon, you've got... Tatsuno Shigo, I think that's how it's pronounced. Close enough.
What did you call me?
Like a few of them are vanilla cards that we never got here in the TCG, but they've all been given sort of a Halloween makeover, and they all have effects. They don't seem amazing at the moment. The best they can do, from what I've been able to work out so far, is like the big boss monster that's not based on any monsters that have existed yet. Is like it can, if you have what was it? If you control no other monsters, it can attack everything. And then one of the other main deck ones is like quick effect during your opponent's turn, take control, like Widow Anchor till the end of the turn.
Yeah.
So like nothing like coming straight out the gate is like, oh my god, this is amazing. But it may be that they get the next card and it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. But currently it is looking like the Earth's Arctic of the set.
Well, the Arctic...
Nah. Nah.
No defending Earth's Arctic
I'm
on this
not,
podcast.
no, I'm just saying that when Secret Slayers came out, it looked like there were two really good decks in that, and then one deck that was kind of shit. And that one deck that was kind of shit has gone on to win OICS. Like there was, you had your Eldritch, your Emancipator, and then you had Reekers.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, Rika's got
And they were the only other...
ridiculous field spell plus a whole other archetype that enabled their shenanigans. So, like,
That is also true.
If this gets that, then yeah, I'm happy to concede that they're a fine deck. But as it's reading currently, they are a little bit shit.
Poor Adamantispators.
Also, just to go back real quickly to Kite Road, I looked it up. This card was an anime card.
Yes.
That then was in... as it was in GX Tag Force or whatever. Like the game in 2008, then was in Duel Links. It is literally a video game only card. It has only ever been in video games for no reason.
In Master Duel when?
Where's my Kite Rod? I want to battle feeder my opponent.
I want to activate Kite Rod IRL.
So moving on to some more upcoming product news, we have the first new cards announced for the Onslaught of the Fire King structure deck.
This Xyz monster, very good.
The Xyz is very good. So yeah, if it's summoned, it destroys all other monsters on the field.
Free rank 8.
Yeah, generic rank 8. 2+ level 8s as well, so you can actually add a few more onto it if you're spamming level 8s on the board.
It's relevant because it soul charges for the amount of material it had when it died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is this that Soul Charge card we were talking about in the chat a couple days ago?
Probably.
Maybe I was reading about it or something.
And then it detaches a material, targets a spell trap on the field, destroys it, and gains some more attack. And yeah, so Soul charges Fire King monsters from the graveyard up to the number of materials it had. So it's not completely
I definitely
generic in
read
that
about this.
regard.
Still archetypal soul charge.
They get 2 new level 8s as well.
And something that sets the field spell, right?
Yes. So they get a continuous spell that places Fire King Island directly from the deck.
Which means
No
under
action.
anti-spell... Oh, wait, no, it's a spell. Never mind.
It's okay, you just
all
pop
right.
the anti-spell with the monster.
No. You pretend you're Josh and you just pretend anti-spell is non-existent. You play as if it's not there. So yeah, and then it protects the field spell while it's on the board. You destroy a fire monster in hand or face-up field. One of these as well destroys a fire monster in deck, which is a little bit bonkers. I just can't remember which one it is. It must be this one.
That's a very exclusive...
Yeah, if it's normal special summon, destroy a fire beast, beast warrior, wing beast monster in hand, deck, or face-up field.
It had to specify the typing so that you couldn't pop Cosmos from deck.
Yeah.
Well, imagine Cosmos support pop Cosmos from deck.
That's what I was always hoping for. Like a...
Yeah,
Like,
that
even
wouldn't
like,
be busted at
because
all.
we're still missing the Wizard of Oz, right? And
Yes.
Darth Sidious or whatever. I wanted him
Emperor
to be like a
Palpatine?
level 1 tuner that destroyed the material.
Why do you want a tuner?
I think it'd be cool.
Wait, destroys as part of the synchro summon?
Yeah.
Like, I can get behind a fusion that does that, because there's already a mechanic that does that.
But just
the
create the
Boral-
mechanic. Who cares? People create they create mechanics all the fucking time.
Why would you want a synchro specifically, though?
I don't know.
Like, a fusion's so much more
Because there's
accessible.
so many levels. If you have a level 1, you can add that to anything and get to basically anything, any generic synchro.
Just make it a level 6 that you pay 500, destroy one from deck.
Anyway,
That'll do.
we'll get onto that in 5 billion years when we get Cosmos support. We also have, in the theme of fire support, that seems to be just hammering out of the fucking...
It's the year of the fire.
It is the year of the fire. So we get a rank 4, Infernal Flame Banshee. Detach a material, take a pyro monster from deck, either add it to hand or send it to grave. So it's basically Gallant Granite, but 4 fires.
Do you reckon they're just... Hold up. Do you reckon they're just... Because, like, remember a while ago, Worms was the thing that had the least amount of, cards?
Mm-hmm.
And then they did a bunch of Worm support, and Pyros became the thing that had the least amount of... Do you reckon they just looked at that and been like, we need to create more Pyros, because they're the ones with the least?
I mean, following that logic, then you're moving on to, like, Sea Serpents,
Yes.
which means Atlantean Mermail will get support.
Yeah, I reckon they'll probably just create a new thing.
I mean, they did a retrain of the structure deck for Fire Kings, and there was
that's fair.
I think there was a field spell.
They skipped the pyro one. They skipped the
Oh,
pyro.
the generic fire one.
Yeah, they skipped the pyro and the sea serpent one.
I mean, the Sea Serpent and the Pyro one, to an extent, was just like...
I fucking love those structure decks. They
Just-
don't talk shit about those structure decks.
They were just bits thrown together, though. There was no coherent strategy to any of it.
Me and one of my friends growing up each bought one of them, and we just fucking duel with each other constantly.
Oh, fire versus water!
Pretty much. That and they both came out at the same time, so they were just like there on the shelves.
And yeah, if this one becomes banished, while you control a Pyro monster, special summons itself back and gains attack. For each of your monsters currently banished. Don't know what deck that's going to apply to.
What level is it?
It's a rank 4.
If it was rank 3, it could be like Grand Marju support. Go Grand Marju and Grand Marju overlay into this.
If you have 2 Grand Marjus on the board, why are you overlaying them?
Why not?
Probably look at
'Cause
it like
it's-
Reptile or Thunder for the next wave.
The Reptile's already got a fuckload.
They got a
Reptiles.
lot, but like not
They're also getting more. It's fine.
fair.
We're new Thunder Dragon cards.
We also get, I think this was announced at, I can't remember what the thing was called. I think it was like called the Konami Open Letter or something like that. I don't know, some
Sure.
like, whatever it's called. I can't remember.
Number one thinking card game.
No, not that. So there's some more of the Armored Exe archetype coming out. I don't really understand what they do, nor do I want to.
Was this like Zeus?
No. Like the water armored monsters.
Oh yeah, sure.
But they do some things. I shan't be reading them. But they're there.
I agree with this. I approve this message.
We do get some TG support that's coming out soon, though. There's one that gives a extra normal summon from memory, another level 2 tuner, sort of like Formula Synchron. I think it does off-turn. Yeah, it does off-turn Synchro as well. But doesn't draw you a card, so therefore bad. The big one, though, is their new level 12. Needs a tuner Synchro plus 2 non-tuner Synchros. Target a monster, special summon from the extra deck, banish it. You can use this up to a number of times for non-tuner Synchros used as this material. And then once per turn, if a monster becomes banished face up, target one of them special summon it to your field, ignoring its summoning conditions. So you banish your opponent's Mirror Jade, summon it back to your board.
Someone
Have
from
nothing
your
to
extra
banish
deck.
because you didn't plan for
I
Always Fusion to be
always
there.
planned to take the Mirror Jade. Always planned.
And they get a couple other spells and things to support them, so that's fine. TG's never been super amazing as far as I can recall, so give them what you like.
Good. No, the type of... I'm not saying that.
Moving on to some more recent news for the TCG, we have the full set spoilers for Duellist Nexus. So a little while back we were speculating as to what cards would be quarter century rare. We now know that it will be the secrets and ultras from the set, plus one exclusively quarter century rare card.
I should have learned how to play the violin.
I was thinking the saxophone the other day. I love the saxophone.
He's not bringing that up as a random point. He's bitching about his fucking fireman again.
Oh, I'm...
Yeah, you were bringing it up as a genuine point of like, I'd like to learn the saxophone. He's like, I want to whinge about fireman. So I'll just go through the secrets and ultras, and you can pretty much work out the rest from there. So Revolution Synchron, Nightmare Magician, Sleep Near the Runic Main, the new level 9 Runic that supposedly helps you get to generator shit that no one cares about. Crimson Dragon, Visas Amorita.
Didn't you summon Crimson Dragon today? You summoned Crimson
It's
Dragon
not out
today,
yet.
didn't you?
I
What did you
couldn't
summon?
possibly.
Crimson Blader?
Yeah, Crimson Blader.
Oh, who did you try to floodgate?
The Cyber Dragon and the Dark Lord player.
And
but
we did.
we literally
Oh, yeah,
already
we won that turn.
We had game on board anyway.
Ah, okay.
I just needed a level 8 synchro to go into.
Am I in the frame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where was I up to? Evolzar Lars, the new rank 6.
Lars. I saw that name and I was like, stupid.
Lars.
So, Evolzar's got a rank 6 that's an Omni-Negate. Dinosaur's got a rank 6 that's an Omni-Negate.
The
It's
Snake
actually
Eye...
generic. So everything got a rank 6 as an Omni-Negate.
but yeah, if it has dinos, it can be used more than once
Omni-Negate
per turn.
twice.
The new Snake Eye spell that puts stuff into the spell and trap.
So, I saw this up as a collector's rare for like $70 US.
That seems really cheap.
Yeah, like
I
would
would
you pay
100%.
$300 for a playset of that?
100%. 100%. Where was I up to? Tokusano, I don't know what that is. And Crystal God Tistina
That's
as secrets.
Disabled brother.
Okay.
That's $1.
Yeah.
The new E Pearly Noir is an Ultra. Altergeist Link is an Ultra. Unchained Soul Lord of Yama, which is the new Link 2, that's an Ultra. You've got 3 of the Infernoble cards as Ultras, which means they'll all be coming in collector's rare.
Quarter of a century rare, actually.
Quartzy Rares actually.
Yes, it is actually
Quartzy
Quartzy
Razzies.
Quartzy Razzies.
That is exclusively. Oh, I say exclusively. I keep forgetting. That is what we refer to them as.
Exclusively, except sometimes.
60% of the time, all the time. So, I did mention Tistina in that list of cards. So this was the TCG exclusive archetype that was hinted at a little while ago in the Konami videos.
It sucks.
Everyone got very excited though because it looked like it was going to be Adamancipator support.
Emancipated.
It's very much not. They are all aquas. They have no rock tie-ins whatsoever.
And they're bad.
Sorry,
yeah, they're
Paul.
really not good.
You know
Sorry,
they're
Mr.
really
Paul
not good.
Pelican.
You know they're really not good if I say they're bad and Jake doesn't immediately try to go, oh, well, actually.
Well, actually.
Yeah, they really don't have enough going for them at the moment. It depends way too much on your opponent having stuff on the board to actually get to the boss monster, and everything revolves around having the boss monster. Like, it's Eldritch, but so much worse.
Yes.
So, eventually, if they ever get a way to cheat out the level 10, that
Maybe-
actually
maybe next
gets
set.
the deck going. Yeah, exactly. Look, it's, again...
Look out for the buyouts in 3 months.
Legitimately, if you do have, like, a specky bet, and they're probably going to be cheap, you might as
You
well
pick them
them
up
Buy the dip.
now,
Buy the
and
dip.
Then
Buy the
you
dip.
wait for the OCG to give it good support that makes the deck work.
Yeah, that too. Wait for
Yeah, it
Crystal God Tistina
Double heal.
Double
Double
Helix.
Helix. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Link 2 that summons the boss monster from deck.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, it could be good, but right now it's not. And then, we also got a new Link monster announced, and apparently it's meant to be related to IP Masquerena, hinted at by its name,
Damn.
SP Little Knight.
The loser's going off about this.
Knight with an N. If it's Link summoned using any other type of extract monster as material, target a card in the field or in the graveyard, banish it. Also, monsters you control cannot attack this turn directly. And then when your opponent activates a card or effect, target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including at least 1 monster you control, banish both until the end phase.
Sure.
It's fine. It's generic, which is more important.
Where's the point? Even though it doesn't really matter anymore. Is it point down?
No, points there.
Oh. Oh.
Also talked about a little while back here, we mentioned the 2-player starter sets that were coming out. We sort of theorized that they were just going to be
Didn't theorize, we
repackaged.
talked mad shit.
Yeah, we did put them down quite badly, saying they'd just be repackaged like the starters
Those
from
OG
like 15
decks,
years ago.
The free decks they were meant to give out.
They're very much not that. So they do have some garbage cards in them that kind of goes with it. But they do get the Manadeum Prime Heart, Zeus Magical Cylinder, Cyber Dragon, Eldritch, Visa Starfrost, Dark Magician Girl for some reason.
Well,
Sure.
Magic Cylinder.
Beast King Barbaros, Galaxy Cyclone.
It's gonna talk through history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or some shit.
Yeah, it seems like they're just bringing in random stuff from every era, because like you've got Gaga Magician Girl and Quibble Hedgehog and stuff in
I
there.
got excited there for a second. for Gagagas.
The thing that confuses me is that it's only 4-card extra decks.
Yeah.
Like, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, Link, but like, how are you making Zeus?
No, well, the way that they brought it out before is that one part will just be synchros and one part will just be Xyz.
Then where are my Fusion monsters?
Maybe next year? Also, why do you care about fusion monsters?
I just want to be able to summon all 4 and then still miraculously get to Zeus. I wanted to see them get boxed into hard summoning Zeus somehow. What is it, 2 level 12s?
Yeah, 2 level 12s.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to see them find a way to get you there.
I mean, it can be done. I have seen it done.
It's scripted duels. It'd be pretty cool if like the end was like, and now I make them both level 12 with my Gagaga spell.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that they had a script
Overlay
in there.
Dark Magician Girl and Gagaga Magician Girl for Zeus.
I summoned one Gagaga that is, a certain level. I summoned Gagaga Magician. The price goes through the roof of the ultis. I'm very happy.
And definitely not for any particular reason.
36 of them.
That's an obscene number of fucking...
The most basic. Easy to get.
The price goes to $10. I'm crying with happy tears. I'm like, yes! I think I bought them for $1 a pop.
Oh, God.
Sure.
I should have bought more stuff off that guy.
Seemed like a decent deal at the time.
Except now he's spent $36 and is stuck with 36 ulti.
If there ever comes a time where Gagaga Magician is good, then...
0 ulti the bolt, whatever the Gigago bolt.
Giga bolt.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a few of those.
We've got a lot of those.
36 of them?
Not quite that many.
Not that many.
I hurt my hand earlier doing that, so I'm not going to do it again.
So moving on to our Discord. If you weren't aware, we do have a Discord. Link will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. Our first question this week comes to us from a new listener, LJ.
Oh, hell yeah. Hello, LJ.
Reckon you use LJ Hooker?
No.
Sponsor the podcast if you do, LJ.
I think his name was Leslie.
Okay. Sure.
Anyway.
Leslie Jucker. Wait, is that... Oh, no. Oh, no. I was just saying hooker with a J.
That was a slur.
Was it?
I mean, if it wasn't before, it probably is
Oh,
now.
no. No.
Anyway, LJ asks, do you think the 2-player set they just announced will be a great Yu-Gi-Oh product for getting new players to understand the game? Side note,
Yep.
I hope it is. Been waiting to get my wife into Yu-Gi-Oh for a while, but has no background in card games.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great... It seems that seemingly is intended to intro people to the game in a semi-complicated way.
I think... I read a post recently about how they're going to need to start doing, video courses for this game. And I kind of agree.
Yeah,
I think they're going to have to start doing, things of just, hour-long videos that introduce people to things. Because I don't think the current way they introduce is cutting it, and I think this is an attempt to bridge that gap, but I'm not sure it'll work.
When they bring back the instructional starter decks
Yeah.
every year, they just have to include a fucking floppy disk with the instructions of Yu-Gi-Oh!
This game is so complicated. They could do a
It is
deployment.
so
of this game.
convoluted.
That is the thing that makes me worry the most about this 2-player product and it being introductory to new players is yes, it's pre-scripted decks. If you shuffle that fucking deck,
You're done.
you ain't. It's not going to be consistent. If you're playing Dark Magician Girl and all that other shit in your deck, it's not going to be consistent if you shuffle it.
No, they're going to have to post the list online of how it is supposed to be.
Yeah, 100%. There will be a list of the order
Surely
it's
it
supposed
comes
to go
in
into.
the deck, in the decks.
I think
Put in this order.
what they really need is a series of these products, a beginner, intermediate, and advanced level toodle things.
Yeah.
Start out with your basic, I don't know, put Cloudians in there. Or
Pokemon
something.
structure decks do have a difficulty rating on them.
Mm.
Granted, they all should say easy, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Mate, the main game itself, just easy. Draw 7 cards, hope one of them does something.
They didn't. Oh, this card says draw 7 more.
Yeah, it's... Look, it swings and roundabouts in it. It's, But yeah, I reckon they should look into, if this doesn't work, doing a difficulty system for them.
Yeah.
And then probably have one that's just like an unshuffled mess, like a shuffled, like that you're able to shuffle and still play with it.
But yeah, should be good for getting people started. But yeah,
You could
it'll
even
just
do
depend.
in the way that they did the World Championship decks in Pokemon, where like they're not legal, but you can. Here's just literally a full meta deck. You can't play it anywhere. Like it says specifically on it, it'll have like the speed duel thing,
The
right?
filthy casuals.
But like, here you go. Here is just a full meta deck. Go wild. You cannot play this in official play. Give us $20.
Print it, but the backs of the cards are like the X's so that like meta players can buy them to use with their Kashtira for block zones.
Or they'll all say that thing down the bottom, this cannot be used in a duel. That giant XYZ dragon does not have.
Yes.
Where is it?
No, it's not the Xyz Dragon that doesn't have it. It's Deco Talker.
No.
No, it's XYZ dragon.
Get Cyber Dragon Nova.
Nova doesn't say it either.
I don't know.
I was sure it was only
I
Decode.
swear Decode and Thingy say it.
Can't be used in a duel.
No, sorry. Yeah, it is Decode.
It's
yeah,
Decode.
Fetch the Decode Talker!
You should have summoned it today.
Do you know? I was looking into the whole giant card thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a giant card that this guy won, and it was because there's this dude that collects them. I think he has like 40 something of them. The last one I looked.
God!
And he got one of them, and like this is the first one he won, and it was printed the right way, and then the back was upside down, and he gave it back and got a new one. Why would you not want
A
a
misprint.
misprint
Giant
card? That's beyond me. Especially when you're gonna put it in a frame, and you're not gonna see the back.
Yeah, no one's ever going to see the back.
That's mental. I would love a misprint giant card, and it's been destroyed. Like they just got rid of it.
How unfortunate. No, it's a
Or maybe
Jerome-
they just
It's
cut
at
off.
Jerome's place.
Maybe they just cut off the front and turned it around.
It's at Jerome's place, poolside, on the wall.
Next to the Dynamis Link one.
When he brings the pictures around, he's like shirt completely unbuckled, just a tiny little bit of tuft of hair. He's like, yeah, I was supposed to destroy that.
That or it's at, what's his house in France?
No, it's at his house in Italy.
Oh, well, who knows? Just move it around.
Marcello.
Pegasus.
Marcello Barberi. I couldn't remember his first name, but I had the last name. I was like, Barberi. Next two questions comes to us from Jesse. So first question is, seeing as this December, it's likely the best product of the year will be the 25th collection. What are your thoughts on best product for the rest of the year?
What? Sorry, I was talking to Jesse.
With the Rarity collection coming out at the end of the year,
Yes.
discounting that, what would you
Yes.
feel is the best product for the year
Right,
so
you're
far?
really aiming this question towards one side of the table here, Jake.
Name 3 products.
Legend of Blue Eyes.
No.
That came out this year. It did.
You
Came
just-
out on Thursday.
You literally just said name 3 products. I'm going to say the shake weight. And the conventional microwave oven.
All right, so you passed the easy mode. Name 3 products that came out this year that don't include legacy products.
Okay, I'm going to say Lego Star Wars. Because you've once again not referred it to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Anyway,
Moving right along.
legitimately probably the Battles of Legend that went by. If it
Was it that good though?
Like, I think the issue is that the stuff they printed, like, royally fucked everyone.
I just realised I said
You said conventional oven.
instead of saying
Convection.
I said conventional microwave.
It's just a normal oven, you know, guys.
Convection.
Also, are you saying it with an F or a V?
Conventional.
Yes.
Are you saying convection or confection?
It's
How am I supposed
confectionery
to
oven.
say it? With an F?
It's a V.
Conviction.
I thought it was
You're
an F.
saying it as if it's a
I have a
confection,
lisp,
like
okay?
a
I have
lolly.
a really bad... what was the word you used?
Speech
Soliloquy.
I have a really bad soliloquy.
She's gonna bust a soliloquy.
Sorry, doctor, I have a case of onomatopoeia.
Soliloquy.
Yep. No, is it Battles of Legend? I don't know.
I don't think it is. I don't know if the product... there were some really good cards in there, like Axel, Synchron, the Duality and Shadows Light will probably have their time at some point. But other than that,
where's my Chaos Angel?
I gave it to you.
No, you didn't. You
I
said
literally gave it to you today. I handed you 4 cards.
I can be your angel, or I can be your devil.
I don't know where they are.
I handed you 4 cards. I have witnesses.
I thought you went to hand me the Chaos Angel and said, what was the other card? And I said, 3 of the random spell. And then I remember that being the last of that conversation.
I handed them to you. You have them. Anyway. Yeah. What other good stuff did we have?
Is this like a new Jesse?
Ben's going to look for his $85 cards.
Is this a new Jesse?
It's
or is
Discord
this...
Jesse. Have you met him at tourneys? I don't know if you have. No, you
How have
wouldn't
you not met him?
He doesn't do anything.
So
Yeah, but he was
Good Games twice.
But he was in Queensland, and you're in Queensland.
Yeah, and I went to as many tournaments down up there as I went to down here.
That's disappointing.
Anyway, yeah, I honestly can't think about it at the moment. Like, I'm inclined to say probably the set that, like, the Castura support came out, but that wasn't even this year.
Yeah.
I fucking told you.
Yeah, but I didn't remember this part of the day happening.
I can be your Chaos Angle, or I
Wait,
can
what
be
set did Chaos
your
Engine came out? That was Cyberstorm?
Shadow's Light.
Cyberstorm?
Read it.
Yeah, I would say probably Cyberstorm, because it had all the busted synchros.
Yeah, but none of them were very expensive.
God, this card is
Does
ugly.
expense automatically equal good?
No, but at the same time, yes. You want a set to hold value,
Why?
which is something that Battles of Legend isn't.
Correct.
Like, I would say a good set is a set that has, like, a couple of meta staples that are 3 orbs in your main deck.
Well, until we get the set in like a week or two, we don't really have that yet.
My butthole
And even then, I don't think there's a great deal of like... I forgot what it was like having you on the podcast.
You've given me things to interact with. It's even worse.
You've had 2 people to interact with this entire time.
Are you talking about Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I just show up, and I come first or second at tag tourneys. That's all I do.
You know how I know this came from Jake? They have orange sleeves.
Mm.
Jake's life is orange sleeve.
Do you think you've purchased like over 5,000 orange sleeves at this point?
I mean, over time, absolutely.
What do you reckon that number is? Do you reckon you're in like the 5 digits, like
I don't know if it's that many. I don't know if it's that many.
100,000?
No, because Ben likes to point out the fact that I don't change my sleeves often enough.
Yeah.
You should have seen my sleeves.
You only
My
changed-
I
God.
did see your sleeves today. They were fucked.
Bro, those were white at one point. They were like, you know, when we were watching the PlayStation restoration and it was like yellowed. It was worse than that.
Oh,
And one of them just broke mid-tourney.
Yeah, he drew his opening hand in like the second round, and one of them had just gone, "Bleh."
Opening hand.
Next question.
Conventional oven, and you want to give me shit for a testy pop. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, next question from Jesse is, thoughts on the already expensive card, probably for legal reasons, getting an OTS ulti? Definitely not talking about Thrust. If Thrust were to get an ulti, I don't know how I'd feel about it. We definitely don't know.
There's been this happen before, right? Like Nibiru.
The set's out.
Out where?
Out now. At an
Out.
OTS store near you.
Not if you're
Not
near
us.
us.
Yes, if you're in Australia, it's nowhere near you.
Someone in fucking Melbourne was already selling a box online, weren't they?
You know what? That
That
was
wasn't-
only
no,
I swear
that
it
was
was for
in Zodiac.
$500.
Huh?
I reckon that's a decent price.
Yeah, but
If you can get it for 500
realistically,
AUD.
they're only getting one of each. So, like, the value is
Yeah.
not
I thought there was
super
2
there.
of each in a box.
No,
No.
it's 3, maybe 4.
Ooh,
Like total.
it used to be 2 of each. I swear.
Ah.
Because we used to pull what felt like a lot of ultis from the OTS packs.
But yeah, the OTS isn't officially out. So yeah, if Thrust were in there, I would kind of like it. I like the idea of Thrust.
I still think that anonymous leaker is a faking. Ain't no way Konami would reprint Morphtronic Remoten.
You just think it's fake because you don't like it. Because you don't think any of the reprints are good.
No, I actually think the Morphtronic reprint's really, really
Didn't
good.
you say it was only one
It's like
good
a
reprint?
$15 card.
Good.
15?
For Morphtronic players.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they only play FTKs now.
You know Lachlan doesn't watch the podcast because he hasn't gone on the adventure of us for the past 3 months of us building the 5Ds decks in real life.
True. I mean, you say we.
Jake said he was going to build Red Dragon Archfiend.
I never.
I know,
liked
but
the
there's not a lot of
5D
point in
stuff.
putting it together now with the structure coming out at the end of the year. It's like, oh, can I play it at like 80% strength? Sure. Why would I though?
Is 5Ds the fusion stuff?
I put together the
No.
Yusei deck despite the fact that
It's
he had
synchro
support
stuff.
coming out in the next 4 sets.
Yeah, have you added those yet?
1 card.
Well, you haven't put
5Ds
the
and
Excel
GX,
Synchron
I
in
don't
there
like
yet.
either of those.
No,
sort
I'll
of
put that in there,
places.
I think.
I mean, I didn't watch any of those. Like, the
I've
only...
heard that the XYZ one is really good.
Then
the
you've heard
Yusei.
wrong.
I heard it was like a dark version of like
Wait.
everything.
Yusei's not the Xyz one.
Yuma.
Isn't that the Pendulum one?
That's Yuya.
What's the dark one?
Yuma?
What's he say?
Synchro.
Yeah, that's
I don't
5Ds.
care. I just don't care.
Next question.
Next question, again from LJ. What's your favourite special summon mechanic? Ritual Fusion, Link, Synchro, Xyz, or Pendulum? And what is your favourite monster from the type?
Do you want to start?
I don't.
I'll say fusion for you, and I'll be right.
Maybe.
Do you want to say mine?
Pendulum.
That's
Say
right.
Pendulum.
Dark Synchro. Yeah, I love Earth Sonics.
That's a good point. They'd kind of do Dark Synchro, and that's what you wanted to do with your graveyard Xyz.
Nah. My thing's better.
Your thing's non-existent.
So I come up with an archetype that XE summons with the grave. So you just put them on the board and summon an XE's monster.
I already hate this.
I think it's a great idea.
I will
Terrible
put
idea.
it in the basketball game.
Yes! We're abandoning Yu-Gi-Oh! Eventually. We're going to make our own basketball game that's just NBA players as waifus.
I definitely haven't been down this
You've
road
said
before.
this so many times.
No, I have never said this once.
You have.
No, this is instinctively just not true.
You literally only said
On this
the other
podcast?
day you were like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, this is-
I literally
I
only
was here
ignored...
then when you said it because
Yeah,
I feel
Everyone
like
else was having the conversation about this, and I was like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm not about it.
And now
Anyway.
we've spoiled it to the world.
No. If only someone was editing the podcast and could take it out.
If only we
I won't remember.
said anything other than the idea, which in and itself probably can't be copyrighted.
We're
Like,
copywriting it.
We're trademarking it.
Both.
Better. Both are. Okay, my favourite summoning mechanic, because we've kind of wrecked this question,
We
is
have very much fallen off the rails.
Pendulum. I love Pendulum. And my favourite monster there... Ooh, that's a hard one.
No, it's not. If it's not...
No,
if
because
it's not
he's,
easy,
because his
it's not
favorite
easy.
because his favorite pendulum monster is not a pendulum monster.
It's
It's
a
Electromite.
It's a Link monster.
Actually, yeah, my favourite summoning mechanic is Link. No,
It's Spirit, and so you Senjay Kama 3.
well, my favourite card is Kama 1. Oh, it's Gaga Cowboy, actually. But my favourite Pendulum monster is Dynamis.
Felicius.
Yeah, probably Plasios.
Really, Plasios?
Yeah, because it's like really bad.
Not Rex.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's one of the worst.
It's either that or Terran. It's probably
It's
actually it's probably
100% Terran.
Go.
If only it,
Fusion. Surprise, surprise, and it is Invoked Elysium.
Shocker.
Bro, I had this ready for Mechaba. I was like, ah.
It's Xyz and it's totally awesome.
I mean, it took a while to get to his, but there's really no surprises here.
No.
Not at all.
And the last question comes to us again from Jesse. How does one best financially capitalize on the lack of competitive events for the next few months? Sell everything to avoid ban lists, play cheap fun decks, keep being sweaty tryhards in order to get OTS packs, etc.
If we told you,
Imagine if we had option 3.
if
Yeah,
we
that'd be
told
nice.
you, it would no longer be profitable.
Yes.
Because we've definitely figured it out.
We've figured it
But
out.
it only works if it's only a select group of people.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what,
The answer is
if
not...
we've got a website. If you go to that website and you subscribe to Hustlers University, it's the best thing you can do with your money. Oh, what's like Duellists University or something? I don't know. Some version of it. The best thing you can do is give us money, and then we'll coach you into making money.
Yes. No. The answer's just never play meta,
Yeah.
and then you just keep playing.
Just keep your...
It'd be much
You're
easier
not
if you're in
gonna
the
make money out of
OCG.
this
You
game.
could predict the ebbs and flows of the meta and sell accordingly. But the TCG is like, we're not going to tell you when. Randomly one day your deck will be dead.
Will the ban list happen while I'm in Japan?
What's
It'd be funny if an OCG...
When was the last one?
Have you
May?
got an OCG deck to play over there?
No.
I can't believe that.
I'm gonna buy Rescue Aces in Japanese.
Don't forget my Dynamisto. That's how it's pronounced.
Dynamisto.
Do-
Yeah, what was it? When did the ban list come out? Was it May or June?
I think it was May.
Well, yeah, it could potentially. I don't know what they'd hit at this point.
Or was it June? I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
I think it
White
was June.
Howling.
It's gonna be... They're gonna be like, good thing we gave Pearly more cards. Hit it again.
Oh, I forgot to announce it on the podcast the other day, but I was reading through one of the excerpts of lore, and Pearly are not cats.
Yeah.
They are dogs.
Oh.
Nah, people like them to be cats.
Yeah, but they're dogs.
But cat people are really defensive, Jake. You're upsetting them right now. Please.
Fuck them!
Cat people be like, oh, I like cats. Dog people be like, I don't like cats. Like, no one asked.
There's still another question, Jake.
It is, because we're out of questions.
There's another question.
Oh, we're out of questions.
We are.
There's another question there. Nope. There is
No,
another
what's the other
question
question?
there.
What's the other
I
question?
don't care.
Ask the
Thank
question,
you all
Jake.
very much for watching.
I'm asking the question.
No, we're asking the
If
question.
You, would
Jake
like
doesn't
jump
want to answer
into
the question.
Our Discord, feel free to.
We're asking the question.
Follow us along and ask us some
I'm
questions.
finding the question.
Like and subscribe on YouTube. Favorite us on your favorite streaming services.
So the question.
Yeah, actually, giving us the favorite and follow on Spotify really boosts us. Like, it'll actually suggest us to people when they
So-
search you. Yeah, so that's big.
The last question comes from Naya.
Oh.
If you would randomly appear in a sandcastle, what would you realize? Wait, what? If you randomly appeared in a
Jesus
sandcastle, what would you first realize? Is it a castle or is it sand?
I think I'd... Ooh. Ooh. Am I inside the sandcastle?
You're in the sandcastle.
I
Do you
think I'd realize
you're
it
in a
was sand
castle or
first.
you're in sand.
I think... Well, because it's not bricky, so I think that's the classical... Like, those stone bricks.
What if it's a really well-made sandcastle?
Wasn't part of the question.
I think I'd realize it was sand. The feeling of sand underneath your toes. And also, I hate sand, so I would immediately be angry.
I think it'd depend though. If
course.
if my eyes were
It's
drawn
everywhere.
to look up at the castle, I might think it's a castle. But if I'm looking down when I open my eyes, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's
Didn't
sand.
it say you appear in a castle though?
Yeah,
you're in
you'd
it.
just be dark. You just feel the sand.
Oh yeah, you just feel the sand.
Yeah,
You just
And also,
feel it.
sand-
shit question, Naya. If that is your real name.
Also, sandcastles aren't built hollow, so if you appeared in a sandcastle,
You'd
you're literally just
suffocate.
entombed in sand.
All you would feel is... You'd have no chance to even know you were in a sandcastle.
Am I in a castle?
You wouldn't even know you were shrunk. You'd just be dead. You'd be like, oh, I'm suffocating. And then you would suffocate. You'd be like, I'm in a lot of sand.
Would you even wake up in the sandcastle?
Oh, no.
You die in your sleep.
Fun way to end the podcast. Thank you all very much for listening and watching. As I said, feel free to favorite and follow us on your streaming services. Like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Jump into our Discord, ask us some questions, and we'll catch you all again next week.
Post us on your Facebooks. Post us in Zodiac. We can do it.
Post this on your Google Threads
We can.
or whatever it's called.
We can, but I don't like it. It
Anyway,
doesn't seem like
anyway, peace.